Welcome back, Guardians. Okay, well, I got randoed into this. Oh, fuck me. There's got to be some other way to Spire. It's actually a really good mission. It's one of my favorites. Um, yes, we're waiting. Always waiting. Bored as fucked of the waiting. So, oh, sorry, I'm a little distracted because I'm actually enjoying this. um, so yeah, the things I started thinking about that are the likelihood of them ever happening are going to be quickly going away. One, first and foremost, is being able to alphabetize our shaders, or at least, you know, like put some favorite markers on there so we can sort them by favorites, by primary color scheme, or something like that. Um, Never going to see sparrow racing. The likelihood of that happening is so damn fucking limited anymore. I mean, Guardian games seem like such a fucking perfect spot to drop that in, and it comes around once a year, so it's not like you're spamming it or anything like that. It's not hard to do. It's just you set up a couple of maps. I mean, we had sparrow racing in D2, I thought, or maybe I was just hallucinating. The likelihood of us ever getting any kind of mini game to play with our jump ships is going away. It's something I've wanted for years. Because I mean, there's a lot of times where you're just in orbit waiting for your friends to show up, and there's only two or three of you there, and you're getting ready to do the raid, but you're waiting for other people to show up. So having some kind of little mini game that you can run quickly in orbit, you know, um, doesn't have to be attached to anything. Just something to fucking do. I seem to recall an offline game I played on a console. I think it was a PlayStation console where while you were traveling from one region to the next, you could shoot asteroids and shit and satellites and get some target practice. That would be kind of fun. Not going to see the return to any kind of player housing. I mean, Bungie's all the time fucking trying to tout this as an MMORPG, and it lacks all the key things that make an MMORPG what it is. One, you never get more than 12 players in a single instance. That's the Crucible. Two, uh, you don't have any kind of like player housing or private social spaces that you can create for your clan. Uh, Three, there's no player trading. Okay, I mean almost every MMO that I've played on has player trading of some kind or another. There's no offline version or single player experiences outside of the Lost Sectors, or I mean, selecting a higher difficulty under non-match made activities and then going through that by yourself as a solo. Um, yeah, the rewards for that are just not worth it. So, and that's the thing. I mean, Bungie has done everything it can to push players into the Crucible, into their PvP experience, but yet at the same time, they're not really doing anything to support it. Um, but yeah, those are the things that I've always wanted. Player housing, a substantial and defined player or clan housing, social space for your clan group, um, sparrow racing, jump ship mini games, uh, some kind of player trading. I mean, I know there's always worms involved with player trading because I mean, you know, there's nothing to stop somebody outside of the game to be like, yeah, go ahead and PayPal me this for XYZ. Um, I mean, it'd have to be like it'd have to be something purely on the honor, and then of course players need to realize that you don't need to do that. You shouldn't have to. You don't need to. If someone wants to trade you an item or gift you an item, they should just be able to gift it to you. But I don't know. I guess player trading is not that big a deal. Really, the big deal is for me with Sparrow Racing, some kind of way to favorite, because you could favorite finishers, but you can't favorite anything else in this game, and it's kind of stupid. Um, that's ridiculous because I mean you could sort your gear in your vault by rarity, new rarity, element, I think, and some other feature that I don't really use. It's mostly because when you get a new piece of gear, you want to shade it the same shader, or you want to try different shaders on it, and that would be kind of fun. Um, you do get you do have the build tab, which I thought was a nice addition, but I mean, I don't really use it you know as much as I probably could. I mean, for one thing, I do only have just the one character, so it's like I'm running basically an all-comers type build and just swapping class elements for whatever needs there may be. So yeah, that's kind of basically it. Just as the game's getting close to its end, and I do believe it is ending. Um, the final shape is going to be the last actual chapter, and I think anything that happens after that's going to be like what Port Destiny went through when it fucking got replaced by D2. That they'll keep the ghost around, so to speak, on the server for a while until numbers show that there's significantly less players than is warranted to keep the activity going. I don't know if Destiny is actually still on or not. I should probably. Oh my God, dude. Fuck. Is it really such a big thrill if I could just run right in front of somebody and block them? I mean, what the hell? Yeah, whatever. What do we got left? Oh, it's the strand thingy. Do I have any strand at all? Well, technically I do. I've got some strand items in here somewhere that I can yank out. Do I really want to, though? Maybe it's under the kinetics. Final warning. I thought the Quicksilver. I thought I had an exotic that was shooting strand, but I got lucky. Let me think. Must be in regular weapons then. Auto rifles. Oh, here it is. Old Sterling. Oh, yeah. I gotta go pull that one out of the Banshee. We're close now. She won't escape this time. Or I just say fuck it and I don't play with it. I mean, that's kind of all I'm going to do then. I'm going to say fuck it. Just say don't worry about it. I'll probably get a strand weapon as a reward for this activity, and it'll probably have a really nice roll on it too. Other things that I'm most likely not going to be doing before the game ends is that's play another raid. Probably not going to, but it's very unlikely that I'll ever get a Vex Mythoclast in Destiny 2. It's actually one of my favorite guns, and I used to get so many of them in D1. We would do 2 to 3 vaults of glass a week, one for each of our characters. And I did have a Warlock, a Titan, and a Hunter, in spite of the fact that I sucked hard as a Warlock. I still played it because it was a way to get loot. And yeah, man, I think I probably deconstructed more Vex Mythoclasts than our raid team had collected. That each personnel had actually ever collected. That's how often I was getting them. It's like once I got the first one, it was like every other raid I get a Vex Mythoclast. I was like, every one of my characters has one now. I don't need any more. So deconstruct. I don't know. Maybe there's a record somewhere that actually says how many I really got, but it felt like it was like a lot. More than it needed to be. suppose it's kind of this feeling that a person might get when they know something's coming to an end and they're just kind of like thinking about all the fun they had before this point or that point. Like, I watched Blacklist, and there's 2 episodes left that'll be airing back to back. They are the series finale. Now, Blacklist itself was supposed to end a couple of years ago, from what I understand, or longer than earlier, or further back to that. It was kind of like Babylon 5. Straczynski had a 5-year story arc planned for Babylon 5, and the fans loved it so much, and the networks loved that for obvious reasons. So they went ahead and they hired other writers, and then that's when things started just kind of going poopy. Sorry for the tutting. Kind of thirsty. And it would have been like, I mean, at what point would it have been better to just say, oh yeah, we're done, and then just have that memory of all the awesome that was before all the shit that comes down, It's kind of like that saying that, it's better to die young, the hero, than live long enough to become the villain. I think that was a Green Goblin, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man quote or something. I can't remember really. I can't be specific. I think it actually was in the comics. Come on, what the fuck, woman? Oh my lord, really? What the hell is this janky shit? What the fuck's going on here? Fuck, you want to see a magic trick? I can make myself disappear. Look at that. Typical. What am I playing with? Is it crossplay? Yes. Fuck me. Totally. You can't tell me crossplay is fucking good for the game. Honestly, that's kind of about the point where I started feeling like, wow, really? I'm not appreciated anymore. It just kind of, it felt like, I don't know. And I'm still trying to figure out, is it that there's not as many PlayStation players or Xbox players as there are PC players? Are PC players more common? Is Xbox more common? Or are all our numbers still fucking low that it doesn't make a difference that, if they didn't combine the servers that, there would be no game. And it seems like crossplay is a move based on greed more than, community support or anything. Because, I mean, all it's done for me is reinforce the accusations that my buddies used to make about how PC and Xbox hate PlayStation players and consider us to be fucking scrubs and trash and, not really worth it. And I used to think that, well, maybe that's just because, for the longest time Destiny was a PlayStation, specialty game, where it's like, we got to have all the cool toys first, which was the deal that they had made. I'm trying to res you, dude, but it's like crap. Fuck. Oh, fucking yeah. Well, whatever. Good times. Yeah, I'm not a fan of crossplay. I've kind of adapted to peer-to-peer networking and just accepted the fact that sometimes you're going to be playing with somebody who's going to need to have help from your internet because they're playing off of a Walmart hotspot on their mom's Nokia. Yeah, it would really been nice to see some Sparrow racing before Destiny ended. That would have been fun. It would have been nice to, have some kind of a favorites system. Because, I mean, you could have favorites in this, but you can't have favorites in shaders. I know that sounds ridiculous, but, I mean, honestly, the end game is fashion. So why aren't they leaning more into that? I mean, I think, honestly, I think other games let you favorite stuff like that. I mean, I guess. I'm just meandering right now because I'm fucking bored. I'm going to go play some Conan Exiles. Thanks for stopping by. Go give someone you care about a hug, even if that person is just you. Blah, 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 blah.